Hello and welcome to a special astrological vibration edition for Jupiter in Libra. So Jupiter is shifting into Libra on September 9th, 2016, and will be in for a little over a year, all the way into the beginning of October of 2017. And Jupiter in Libra brings the promise of great things. After this year of kind of doing the work with Jupiter and Virgo, it's like, oh, now let's focus on beauty and friendship and harmony and balance and love and relationships, and that's all really true. But I want to give you my perspective on Jupiter in Libra. Jupiter in Libra is actually a time 12 years ago that kicked off a really intense 12 years of my life. And so Jupiter in Libra is beyond the sunshine and rainbows, although that aspect is definitely there and there is potential for that. What I find to be the most important thing with Jupiter in Libra, Jupiter bringing that expansive energy, Jupiter bringing teachings, you learn lessons with Jupiter. It may not be harsh like Saturn, but you still learn. Jupiter's like, we got to expand your horizons. You got to learn this stuff. So Jupiter brings that expansion, that learning energy and luck, beautiful things, luck, benevolence. In Libra, while it can be about love and justice and balance and harmony and peace, the focal point that I keep getting with this energy is the energy of knowing your worth. Venus energy, Venus knows her worth. If you think about Venus or Aphrodite as the goddess, she's out there and she's like, I'm worth it, I'm worth it, I'm worth it, and just lives her life from that perspective. What that makes me think of is going to Catholic Church and, the line, Lord, I am not worthy. And most of us have that energy. I don't know if I'm worthy. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. So this is our opportunity to expand our worthiness and recognize that as children of the universe, we are inherently, divinely worthy of love, of peace, of blessings, of good things. But that worth has to start within. That love has to start within. So that's really my focus for Jupiter in Libra. I'm going to do a really quick overview for each sign and what it means house-wise. Check out your sun sign and then also your rising sign for this. Just brief, if you want to dive in, you can always book a reading and we can look at it further because around my generation, we have Jupiter in Libra, we have Saturn in Libra, we have Pluto in Libra. So we've got some bigger lessons going on in this Libra energy. So we're going to start with Libra, the sign of Libra. So sign, sun sign, rising sign, and even moon sign of Libra is working with the I am, how you're showing up in the world. And I love this with Jupiter. Jupiter's like, it's time to expand your presence in the world because you're worth it. No more just being, the wallflower. If you want to be the wallflower, you are of course welcome to be the wallflower, but it's a call to show up fully as yourself, as you long to be seen, as you long to vibrate in the world, because I like to look at our I am as the vibration that we're putting out into the world. So this is your opportunity to notice, how are you showing up, and is it in your full presence, or are you holding back? Are you doing that Libra thing where oh, I don't know if the world can handle me, so in order to make it happy and harmonious out there, I'm gonna pull myself back, I'm gonna rein in this energy a little bit. The universe is like, no, you don't have to do that. You can show up as yourself and you can find that harmony within yourself, and it will bubble over and it will go out beyond yourself and you'll find that place in the world. Virgo energy is working on second house. Second house is the house of worth. This actually could be a beautiful time for Virgo energy to build their abundance by looking at their worth and looking at how you look at money, how you look at material items, and how you also treat your talents that have the potential for bringing in those financial gains. So this is the time to be like, I'm worth it. You learned who you were. You expanded who you were as Jupiter was in your sign all through this last year. And now you're like, okay, from this place of more being fully embodied, my English is wonderful right now. From that place, you can now embrace that and be like, okay, it's time for this embodied energy to be exchanged in abundance, prosperity for me and my life. So let's start working on that. Leo energy for Leo. This is the third house of communication. And actually a song came on right before I did this, and it was Walk the Walk. And that's what I'm really feeling is hold your worth so much that you walk your walk, that you walk your talk. Hold your integrity for what you really think, what you really believe. Walk your talk. Express that. Let Jupiter expand that energy. Don't be afraid to hold back your personal expression, because Leo, you guys love to express, and now here's your opportunity to expand on that. And I want to mention, Leo, as you are the sign of the heart, that this expression is meant to come from the heart. So walk your talk. Walk your heart talk over this transit. Cancer energy, you are working with the fourth house, which is your natal house. Fourth house energy is Cancer energy. And so I think that this is going into the realm of feelings and comfort. And so it's worth it for you to give yourself time to take care of your feelings. So often Cancer is concerned about everybody else, taking care of everybody else. This transit is saying, hey, come back into you. Give yourself a little love. Give yourself some compassion. Give yourself some time to relax into you so that you can expand your comfort zones, because that's one of the best ways I think to do it. This is how a friend tells me to do it, is that you expand your comfort zones, sorry, distraction. You expand your comfort zones not necessarily by leaping out of them, by letting them gently expand as you expand within yourself. So that's what I'm really getting for Cancers this time. By taking care of yourself, you'll be able to do that. Gemini, fifth house. This is fun. Jupiter in your fifth house. Fifth house is the Leo house. The fifth house is the house of play, creative expression, romance. Might be heating up for you, Gemini energies. So Jupiter is reminding you of your worth. Jupiter in Libra is reminding you of your worth, and that it's worth for you to put some time aside to play, to enjoy yourself, to give yourself the romance that you're looking for outside of yourself. Play up with your worth, the worth of your inner child, the worth of giving yourself playtime, and then the worth of romance and love in your life and how it is showing up for you in your life. Taurus energy, you are working with the sixth house. The sixth house is the house of healing. It's the house of the physical body. So it's kind of almost a repeat of of Jupiter in Virgo, because with Jupiter in Virgo, we really worked with that physical body energy. This is going to be, I almost have the question, is it worth it? So when you're facing some kind of food, so let's say jelly donut, because that's what popped into my head. If you're facing a jelly donut, ask your body, is this worth it? Is this what you really want? And honor the worth of your physical body by being in communication, by being in relationship with your body. Aries, this is your seventh house. So seventh house is the house of Libra. It's the house of relationships. And so this is really going to be, I think, a time for you, Mahalo has things to say, a time for you to really notice how you are showing up in your relationships. You know, Aries, you are the sign of I am. And notice, are you owning your worth in relationship? Are you showing up fully as yourself? Or are you playing some of those Libra games of, okay, I'm gonna look for that harmony outside of myself, and I'm gonna, try to make these people happy, and then we're all gonna be happy. This is a call to say, hey, my happiness is worth it too. I'm gonna hold space for this. We can work together with this. When I find my inner happy, then the other person's happy works as well. It's also really a beautiful time for enhancing your relationship with yourself, as the longest relationship that we have is with ourselves. And I think when we do that, other relationships do fall into place. Pisces, you are working through 8th house lessons. 8th house is transformation, empowerment, boundaries. And so this may be that you're going to have to set down some boundaries in your life in order for you to establish your worth and to be like, hey, I know what's right for me in my life. I know what's harmonious in my life, and I'm going to feed my energy into this instead of feeding my energy into that. That can be a hard thing for the Pisces. Pisces loves to flow with whatever is, and that's beautiful. But it's okay, and you're worth it to say, this is right in my life and this is not what I want in my life. You get to decide that, and that's that empowering energy. So Jupiter is just going to empower you through this next year. Aquarius, this is your 9th house, the house of exploration. And so what I'm getting with this is really interesting, that it's worth opening your mind to things yet unseen, yet unknown. And I'm getting that this may not just be from like knowledge here on this level, that it may be coming from, divine mind energy and even your intuition. So take some time. Honor the worth of this exploration, honor the worth of this opening for you by taking some time every day to connect with these energies that are wanting to come in and teach you and help expand your horizons. Capricorn, 10th house. This is your house. This is the house of purpose. So when it comes to your worth, when it comes to your purpose, this is your opportunity to really begin recognizing the purpose that you came. This may be beyond your job, because 10th house can work with job energy, but I think that your purpose is even expanded beyond your job. So start looking at that. What is it that you came to do? How can you fully embody that energy? Actually, I'm almost imagining you beginning a relationship with your purpose, giving your purpose like a shape and be like, okay, you're my purpose. Let's sit down. Let's talk. How can we engage and open to another level? Sagittarius, this is 11th house for you. 11th house, house of divine mind, community, friendships, but it's also the house of putting yourself out there. And so this is your opportunity, Sagittarius, to put yourself out there, to know your worth, and know you've been doing the work. We have Saturn in our sign. You have been walking your talk, hopefully. And so now put yourself out there. Trust that you've done the work and the universe is responding in turn. And this will bring in new friendships, new community. But you've got to hold the worth in the work that you've done so that you can, go step outside of yourself. The purpose energy, we just were working with Virgo, 10th house energy. So you've done this work. You've been working on your purpose. Now it's like, put it out to the world. Let's see how they respond. Finally, we've got Scorpio, 12th house. This is the house of surrender. So finding worth in letting go, finding worth in surrender, finding worth in letting the flow of the universe take the control that needs to be taken through this energy. That's not necessarily an easy placement, but I really feel like if you can work with your relationship with spirit and your trust within yourself, with your relationship with the divine within yourself, then you're really going to be able to work with the surrender energy. And come next year, when Jupiter moves into your sign, you're going to be ready to rock it. That being said, I have some cards that I pulled to go with this. I pulled some lovely cards. The first card is the Eternal Flame card, and it's saying you're being encouraged to live your truth, the truth of your soul. And I think that's the heart of worth, knowing that you have this divine soul worth, this divine flame. And from there, we get answered prayer. The universe is listening and has heard your call for help, and your prayer will soon be answered. Expect pleasant surprises in the coming weeks. So work on yourself, work on your worth, and then watch what kinds of answered prayers come in. And this is really interesting. Tantric union. Tantra is the love affair with life, an awareness of the divinity within you and the honoring of the sacred and divine within yourself and another. So this speaks of the potential energy we can go into with relationships, but it starts at home. It starts with your eternal flame, and then look what can come. Work from the inside out, and then see what happens over this yearly transit. So that's it. You can book a reading if you want to dive in deeper, GaiaBlooming.com, and check out the horoscope for September 9th, because I went more into Jupiter in Libra in that. That is it for today. Thank you so much. Enjoy this transit. Namaste.